Hello and welcome at TerraIndex. In this video, we will look at field templates. With field templates, you can define which fields are visible and in which order they are displayed. This way, you can easily adjust them for the different types of surveys you might work on and link them to specific projects. These field templates work the same for TerraIndex Web and TerraIndex App, so you will benefit from them in both cases. Here again, we'll go to the menu in the top right corner and look for field templates. In the drop-down menu, we can see which templates we currently have. The length of the list may depend on your settings, but the TerraIndex template is always visible as it is the default for all new users. If we want to start editing, we need to click on Enable Editing. And let's assume we want to create a new template. We click on New. Here we can set the name as well as define the base for our new template, namely the template currently selected or a brand new one. The new template has now been created. In the list on the left, we can find all the different displays in TerraIndex, such as the project details, measurement point details, layer details, and so on. When we click on one of these options, we get, on the right, an overview of all the possible fields, each with separate columns. With the Visible option, you can define whether a field is visible or not in the corresponding section. If there are specific projects or survey types for which some fields are never used, it then might be good to turn them off. The same holds for fields that you might need all the time. Switch those on. The order of the fields can easily be changed by dragging the required field with the mouse. In this way, you can make sure that the most important fields are at the top, and the less important ones, that are only used some of the time, stay at the bottom. For each field, you can define whether it is mandatory. Note that this is only relevant for the app version, as it is the one used for the actual fieldwork. When a mandatory field is left empty in the app, it will generate an error. The user must fill in the field in order to continue. This can be very useful if you want to make 100% sure that no data is forgotten. But be aware that it can also lead to some frustrations on the side of the field worker. If you set too many fields to mandatory that are not always observable in practice, this can slow his work down. So use this option carefully. For code fields in the app, you can also define how new values should be handled. Whether it should be default value, the last chosen value, or no value at all. For no value, the field remains empty, and the field worker can enter a value himself. For a default value, you'll always get the default value chosen in the drop-down menu on the right. In this case, each new measurement point will automatically have its type field set to drilling. You can also select last chosen value. In this case, when a first measurement is added and its type is set, the second measurement point will automatically take over the same value for that field. This can be pretty handy for the drilling master field, as each drilling master will select his own name from the list and use that same name for all the other drillings he performs. This avoids the trouble of setting that field manually for every new measurement point he or she drills. We also added a new option in the codes column, indicated with the green pencil button. This option is only available for fields with code lists. Here, you can select which options are available within the list, allowing you to only present the options that are relevant. Now you can go through all the different sections to set everything in your template as required. And of course, you can also modify existing templates. When everything is said and done, do not forget to click on Stop Editing to save your changes. Otherwise, everything will be lost. If we now go back to TerraIndex, open a project, and look at the project details, we'll find the template field, in which we can set which template to use for this specific project. Depending on the template, we will see different fields in TerraIndex. And that is how you can easily set which fields are visible, which have to be filled in, and in which order, so you can adapt the interface to best suit your needs. In the next video, we will look at code lists. Thanks for watching, until next time.